Yeah.
So in those days in prison, like people were never allowed to get food parcels. Like when you went to the visit, you could sit in a C group only. A C group was what? Like now, if you're a C group in prison, especially when you are sentenced, you're not privileged. You will get your privileges after 6 months. You get privilege to be an A group. So anytime you do any case inside, like maybe you stole or you stabbed someone, they will take that privilege away. So you'll go back to C group.
Okay.
You see. But now, during those times of apartheid, black people were always C group. It was only colored and white people and Indians that were allowed to go to A group. A group is whereby you sit with your family. And then you, in context like this, you sit them across. You talk them across the table. But C group, you only see them on the window, speaking through the speaker. Yes. So now you see during those times of apartheid, Inombolo was like the struggle, was a black struggle for the ANC.
Okay.
Yes. So it was a forum that was formed inside the prison.
Okay.
You see, it was formed by the man Paul Mambazo. You see, that man is one of the wisest men that I've ever came across, because you see, if you see the hierarchy of the numbers, the steps, how you go up.
So you met Paul Mambazo?
No, I am talking about like a number. Like I met guys that have seen him, that have met him. Like a number, like if it begins, it says when it begins, 1812, 1824, 1836. 1836 now is when they came into prison in Centena. But now, the truth of it, there was no Durban Point in 1836. There was no Centela. You see, it was formed. Yes, it's a story that was formed now to make black people to stand up and
fight.
And fight for their rights. So the man that is the founder of the number is Paul Mambazo. They said in 1946 the number was formed. It was Paul Mambazo, and then it was the legend of the 26, Ungeleke Chan, who now I represent. You say I represent. Now I'm in his boots now. Ungeleke Chan, and then it is Nongoloza. Nongoloza now is the founder of what? Of the 28 groups.
Okay.
Yeah. So now it was like a struggle most for the black men inside prison.
Okay.
Yes, like Ubaba Mandela. Ubaba Mandela was said to be 28 inside prison. Yes, he was said. Many officers and many people that were in prison during the times of when Mandela was in, before the 90s, they all tell us that Mandela was a 28 year old. Yes, because now no man he helps to, like Jacob Zuma, they say he was a 26. You see, I won't think, but it's people that were there during those times that tell us. Like I've met many old guys that were there in prison during the 70s and the 80s. I met a guy in 2003. He was sentenced in 1974.
Okay.
1974. And then I met a guy who was sentenced in 1983. You see.
Okay.
Old timers. And then there were many more.
So not released when apartheid ended?
No, that guy, he was sentenced 14 lives and I think about 8 death sentences. He was his case was killing white people during those times, and he was throwing them at things, but not focusing most on him. But I'm saying, what I'm saying now is, they told us most that those people were the number. Like now, you'll find that in Cape Town, they use the language of the Upoqoqa. Upoqoqa is another form of a number that was formed by Mandela themselves. You see? Upoqoqa. They used to call them Zuma. Jacob Zuma knows what I mean. All those who were in Robben Island, all those who were in Paulsmo. Upoqoqa was another language that now 26 is still adopted. They use it that side in Western Cape. Yes, they use that form of language. Like they sit, like during the times of apartheid when they visit Hasmos, or Babu Mandela and the others. So there used to be a police listening to everything that they say.
Yeah.
So now they form their way of speaking. That's when they speak to their people. Like when Winnie Mandela came, they say she was very good at picking up the messages and speaking those languages. Like he will come and say, "How ninja banjano baba?" Is saying banjano baba, so he's talking about the leaders, most the ones that were outside. Banjano baba ingane. Then he's talking about umkomto wesizwe. You see, so it was another language that was formed. It was also adopted inside the NAM.
Okay.
But mostly in Western Cape. So the reason was I joined a number, many people, they mistake it for gangsterism. They
It's
say
not
a
gangsterism.
yeah, they say a number is gangsterism. Number is never a gangsterism. Like the teachings of the number,
Yeah.
it says a gangster, we should kill him. Not that we should. It said we should kill a gangster. Once we meet him, we should kill him. He must never exist inside or outside prison. It's a gangster is the enemy of the number.
Okay.
And second, in the number, it says no one is great.
Okay.
No one, even me, because me too. I also got my own sentences, my straps. You see, we call them that. If I do anything wrong, I'm also entitled to what? To punishment. Yes, I can be called within the parliament and then I'll be punished. Anyone.
So there's a parliament in the number.
Yes, there's a parliament must weigh we down. You see.
Yeah.
So now I'm saying no one is great. It's just that you're working here. This is your job. Like me, I command. You see. But it does not mean that me, I'm greater than the private. Does not mean me, I'm greater than a soldier. No one, because the number says that no one is great. Even when you come to the
another person.
no one, yeah,
Everybody
no one is
the same
above.
level.
Yeah, we are all the same. Like the teachings of the number, it says the 7 stars that came in 1836. They came inside Durban Point. So it was 7 people, the 27s. Now when they were arrested, there were 7. But it says it's 7 stars. It does not say it's a star in a gang like a gangster. It's a star in a gang. So it's one man in a gang who is a star. Not that everyone in a gang is a gangster. No. It's only because like in gangsterism, they work for one man. He's commanding them. He's got power to kill and do that. Yeah. So he is a star.
He's a gangster.
Yeah, he is a star in a gang. So
Yeah.
the rest is a gang. It's not a
So they're
gangster.
not all gangsters.
They call them gangsters, but they are not gangsters
There's
because
only one star in the gang.
there's only one star in the gang. There cannot be 2 stars in the gang. It's a gangster. You see.
Okay,
So
okay.
the star is the one that sits on top. He dictates everything. He says, but now in a number, I got my works as a general, and then there are privates. They got their works. I respect their works. I cannot, as a general, go and command them there. There's a man who is in command there. I cannot command. When I want to command, I can now command through what? Through
Hierarchy.
the hierarchy. Now I've got 2 people that I'm with on top. The one is my eyes. The one is my ears.
Okay.
You see, yeah. So if I want to command, I will command the one who is my ears. So I will tell him, he will take my orders down. I cannot go there and command no one. You see, I can
Okay.
be strapped. I cannot go and tell a soldier to do this. Never. You see, it's a big strap there. You see,
Okay.
no matter who you are, everyone is where he's working. He's working in his post. Yeah, he's not great. But now it's just a hierarchy when you're going up.
Responsibilities.
Yes, it's a responsibilities. Like I explained yesterday, you'll find that me, I command, but there's a one on top of me. But it does not mean that he's greater than me, you see, because I command him. But his work, he's reading for everyone.
Okay.
He's
He
a
has a bigger
he's a book.
responsibility.
Yes, he's a book. You see.
Okay.
Yeah. So a number way like that. So it's not gangsterism, you see. But now, and it was law almost.
Yeah.
Among inmates, besides fighting for the rights of an inmate in prison.
Yeah.
So it was also law amongst thieves. You see, because now we are all criminals, most.
Yeah.
We are living together now. You can imagine killers, rapists,
and
thieves.
Yeah.
Now imagine thieves. Now they go around stealing everyone's things. You see, it's chaos, most.
So let's bring order in prison.
Yes, so a number must is to bring order within the prison. I've been to prisons most where they don't want a number. You see, the policeman, there's too much chaos. There's too much chaos. You see like this and now you see they're fighting, swearing, yeah. You don't live in peace. You see.
There's no number in that.
Yeah, you can. How are you gonna live in peace? These are killers. Now everyone here is good. He says what he wants to say. He does anything that he wants to do. And this one is a killer. This one is a thief. This one steals from everyone. They're going out and stealing. So now imagine that chaos. Like most of the time when you come to Johannesburg prisons.
Yeah.
There's too much chaos in those prisons. There's too much chaos. That's why you see in Johannesburg prison, if anything, if there's a fighting in Joburg, people die. Inmates die. Yeah, in Johannesburg prisons, they die. It's not like when you come here in KZN. KZN, they can be, maybe they stab a police, and then the police, they will hit and kill inmates. It will be one man dead. But you won't find that 5 or 6. But if you come to these people, these prisons there in Boksburg alone, 2013, there was a war between 26 and Big 5, whereby now 26 gang, about 3 of them died, and 4 in Big 5s. 2013, 2014 again, there was a war between Amarep 24 and number 26, whereby 3 died, and this one here 5 died. You see now, this dead, and then you see lots of men laying there open like this here.
Yeah.
You see, because then in Johannesburg prisons, you'll find that there are 6 gangs operating. Yes, there are 6 gangs operating. It's a 26, 27, 28, Rep 23, Rep 24, and then you get what? Big 5s. You see, all now those gangs are operating where?
So you still classify them as a gang, but officially they're not. To you, they're not. It's not really gangster.
Yeah, it's not gangster. I'm saying now the number I won't lie to is 10 to gangsterism now.
It became gangsterism.
Yes, it became gangsterism. You see, I'm saying like from its formation.
Or the actual inception of in the number, or the purpose of the number was to get rid of gangs within prison, so people can live together. But now it's resorted to being.
Yes, because now you see when you come inside the number, when you are initiated now,
yeah,
you're gonna go from this rank going up. But now when you come to the top, before you are initiated, they will strip you. They will look for any sign of gangsterism. The guy that will strip you, and then they will check you. They will take your clothes out. They will look here, your arms. If you don't have a tattoo that says what gang outside, and then they first ask you. They will warn you first that if you want to come in, have you ever joined yourself being in a gang? You said no. I've never been in a gang. Have you ever killed a person for gangsterism? You said no. Now when you are there, there's a man that does that within the hierarchy of the number going up. You see, they strip you, they strips you, opens you up, he checks you everywhere down by your feet if you don't have any tattoo that represent gangsterism. And if you are there, they catch any sign of gangsterism, any tattoo that is a sign of gangsterism. The number says we must kill you there and there. The number says that. It says that men we should. You see, it says that. You see, though I've never seen it happen, because now, like you go to Western Cape, everyone's got big American, yeah, and what, that's what I'm saying. It says 10 to gangsterism, because now gangsters have taken, they have hijacked the number. Why? How? Because now they're controlling drugs in prison, you see. So now when you're controlling drugs, it does, even if you're a soldier, you can be a general. You control even the general, because now you got all the money, you execute all the money, and outside you got soldiers. Now, if I can tell you anything, I'm a general. Outside you go and shoot my people and kill them, you see.
Okay.
It's like that in prison. You do something here outside, they go outside, they shoot, they kill your people outside, you see.
In Cape Town?
It's happening everywhere. I won't say Johannesburg prisons. There's not too much gangsterism in these prisons, but I'm talking about mostly KZN and thing. Yeah, in Cape Town. Now you're jeopardizing your family life. So now it says 10 now to what? But it's formation. Yeah, it does not allow gangsterism. You see, and now as I was explaining, the hierarchy itself, you see, it is divided most. You get soldiers, and the people that are training the soldiers and guarding the soldiers. It's the army most. And then you get people who are working like parliament privates. Privates most is those ones wearing suits. We call them private, but they don't wear suits. But in a number they wear suits. Yes, and then you get a general on top, and then you get another private who is a book now sits on top. You see, so the hierarchy of the number itself, the way it was designed, it was authentic. Like I've read all systems of men, socialism, aristocracy, all systems of men. There's nothing that you can compare to a number. That's why I say that man that formed. He was quite brilliant, that man, because now it's also a social. It's social in its formation. Like in prison, you don't have your own thing. You see?
Oh, okay.
Yeah, in prison, when we are sitting in a room with a numb, you can bring in anything. It's not yours. You see,
Okay.
you can now like many soldiers now. If you are a soldier now, there's lots of soldiers. Your people they come there, they buy you chicken and what's what. Now you're gonna put the chicken down here. Everyone is gonna fall around the thing. Put the chicken there. You're gonna get a small piece, and then because everyone is breaking, no one's gonna ask. No one asks. We don't ask. Everything is what
shared by everybody.
Shared. We go to the visit. You come back with cigarettes. There's a cigarette that is yours that will belong to you, but there's a cigarette that will be kept for everyone. Okay. You see, if you bring in maybe tobacco. Imboza. Yeah. When you bring in tobacco, there's a gas that stores, it stores all the tobacco and what. And then if you don't have cigarettes, you don't need to go and ask for cigarettes. You know, most there's a gas for cigarettes, you see. That's why I'm saying now, in its formation, it was social, because now we socialize. Everything is not yours, it's everyone's, you see. It was like that in its formation, you see. That's why now, okay, as the time went, you see, it started to take another form. But when I was young in Westville Prison, it was live. In Westville Prison, in those days, you could take 100 rand and leave it on top of your bed and go out the whole day. You'll come back to 100 rand this year.
In prison?
In prison. You can drop your money on the floor. You walk now. You drop 100 rand on the floor. You walk. But you will come back and find it in prison. You see, no one will, because now you see, once that person is caught, it's very bad for him. It's very bad for him. Once you are caught, no thief, no one stole in prison in those times. You can never steal. You can never swear. Okay, you can never. Those words never existed in anyone's mouth. You use those words outside, inside of prison. I'm saying about no one swore.
The number.
Yes, because of the number. No one. Once you do those things, everyone understands who he is and where he's working. A soldier is working there, so I cannot go and harass a soldier because me, I'm a general. It's a very bad. You see, the whole prison can change because you see that soldier there. Yeah, he can come and hit me. You see, if he's hitting me now, in the morning, he'll take a viral. He hit me on my.
What is a viral now?
A viral lock.
Okay, viral lock. Okay.
The key, the viral key.
Yeah.
Yeah, the viral. He will take a viral in the morning. It can happen all in the morning when you count in the morning, or when you're going to draw in the morning. It can happen in those times. It's only time that you'll find the stabbings. But after that, you can never find the 26. Maybe stab someone during the evening or on the afternoon. No, it's only in the morning. Only the 28, you'll find that there was stabbing. They only stab in the afternoon after we go to draw or count. They can hit it within those times, but never in the morning. They can never.
So why are they hitting? What happened?
No, I'm saying now, before most when it was formed, like I said, they were taking out soldiers, hitting on police. You see, it was war. Yeah.
So it was a hit on police.
Yes, they were. Yeah, when it first started, but now there's a law in the number that says we respect police. You see, we respect police. Anything that we will do, we will first what? We'll first consult with what the police first. We tell them, listen here, you are doing this is wrong. You see, it's not in your constitution. It's not in your work mandate. Yes, you see, now you're doing something that you're violating our rights now. You see.
Okay, so there's always self-defense.
Yes, I'm saying we will first. The number says that we will first consult
with the police.
Yes, we will first consult with them. If they don't want to listen, and then we will resort to what? To hunger strikes, writing letters and phoning. If now they don't want to listen, like they don't want to listen, and then I come in as a general now. If they don't want to listen, because now, like I told you, they are private. Those people, they work with what? Scaling. They work with, they will first talk, they will first, I don't talk, me, I'm sitting there, I'm waiting for them to come in. You see, when the police don't want now, they don't know now what to do, and then they will come and consult me. When they consult me, then I myself now will go to the head of prison. Sorry, sir, this year you're doing now, that's very wrong. This prison is going to change. If now they want it to change, then it's going to change. Because in the morning, I take out everyone When I'm saying everyone, I'm talking about 26, 27, 28. We're going to the police. When they open, we stab them. All of them, you see. The number says that. But not without consulting. I cannot just stand up in the morning and stab a police for what? Like now it's happening. Now you go to Western Cape, they're stabbing police like crazy. You come to Westville prison, they're stabbing police every day. And then you ask, why did you stab the police? No, this one, he took my money. So now he take your money now. Now you are stabbing a police for taking your money. You see, things like, so now that's what I'm saying now. In its formation, it's protected. You see, it protected the inmates, it protected the police, it protected the prison. You see, because it was law. Like I'm saying, you see, we grew up in those times in the 90s. You saw the number yes, the discipline. The police, you see, police of those times, they love the NAM. They never have a problem with the NAM. Because they don't need to come into the sections and listen to this one, chief, he did this to me, this one, he did that to me. Because now you see the prison with no number. Every day their friends going to court. This one stabbed this one hit this one, now this one is arresting this one. Every day their friends going to court, you see. But now when the number is active, you don't get things like that. When they come in the morning to count, no complaint, no request. You see, no one, you can never hear that. You see, when you're in a section where they're exercising the number, now the rep, you can never hear anyone pick up him. Sorry, Chief, I got the only request you have. Sorry, Chief, we don't have washing soap. So, Chief, we don't have polish. You see, it's only those complaints, because all the complaints are handled where? Inside.
Okay.
But now you find that now, in our days now, it is now the number that is terrorizing the prison now. You see, because after that, you see now, like I said, it was formed for a black man to stand up and fight for his rights in prison. Yeah. So it's achieved that. 1993, prisons were, like Johannesburg prison was the first prison to have beds and everything. So prisoners were given what? Rights, equal rights now. Because now, like I said, it was white people only. Now even black people, they went to a group, you see. So after 1994, then it started changing now.
It became a Sun City.
Yes. Yeah, I'm saying like it was the foreigners who called Johannesburg prison Sun City, because they came inside, they saw beds. You see, like they say most of their motels and hotels, they don't look like our prisons. You see, that's why they could call it Sun City. Most is Solkesna's hotel.
Hotel, yeah.
So now it was them. So I'm saying now after 1994, it started now what to change.
Changing. People got more rights.
Yeah, when people got rights now, it started to change now. Now they started now to use the number. Now those ones now sit on top. It started to use the number. Now it became gangsterism now. They started corrupting the number, putting in drugs and selling like in prisons now in South Africa. People, they make like a guy makes like hundreds and something thousand a month.
In prison?
I'm talking about every month. These people here, like now you find that it's used now for what? For selling drugs. Drug dealers now took off. So the guy will come in. When he come in, he is arrested maybe for raping or killing 15 or 10 women. They sentence him maybe to 7, 5 lives or 10 lives. He comes inside. When he comes inside, he's staying there in the farm. He don't know nothing about drugs or what. He's never even heard of drugs or seen a drug, how it looks like. But when he comes inside Westville prison, then he's going to come inside. He starts to see people selling dacha. Start to see people selling in the number, in the hierarchy now on top. And then he starts stabbing the police and what, and then he climbs up. Most of them is people from the farm. They start climbing up now. The hierarchy now, stabbing the police. It's going, when he's there on top, and then he's giving his supply of drugs. And then they start pushing drugs. You see, I know guys, I was sitting with them in same rooms like this here. Like now I was in prison, so I was just released last month. You see. So I was sitting with them, as people I was sitting with, they were making like a wonga in prison. Yeah. A cap. It's 50 rand. It's 50 rand where I was in Westville Mityampi. It's 50 rand. You see.
Yo.
It's 50 rand, but outside it's 10 rand. You see. When you said, but when you buy it for how much? For 7 rand. But they said it for 50 rand. Now other section it even went up to about 100 rand a cap.
Other section
is now a smoker must. You see the thing, it's so addictive. The people that smoke that drug, when they don't smoke, they get sick. They must sit and smoke like this whole day. So now what is happening here? We got lots of guys who are just sitting and smoking. Now it's imagine you sitting and smoking. And it's more like they say, smoke 100 rand, another 100 rand, another 100 rand, another 100 rand. Now there's about 15 or 20 in this room. There's 30 in that room. There's something in that
now,
room.
What are the prison wardens saying? Like what? Like aren't they?
Where does Wunga come from in prison?
Huh?
Where does Wunga come from in prison?
I've never been in prison.
We were all inside sentence. When you think, where do they come from? Where do they come from? We are almost sentenced here. We are all here. We don't leave the prison. And now, where do you think it come from? The biggest suppliers is the police members
Serious?
Yeah, it's them. Where do you see? Because you can't go to the visit and put in drugs. They search you. You can't because they put in like you can finish 500 cap in 3-4 days, 5 days. Is finishing 500 cap. How much is that? 50 rand times 500. How much is that?
50 rand times
500. 25,000.
Yeah.
Yes, it's 25,000. He finished in 4 or 5 days. He finished 500 cap and then 200 buttons, Mendrix. 200 a button. One button is 100 rand, and then in 4 or 5 days he finished that one. How much is that?
You lost me. 100 rand times
200.
That's 20,000.
Plus that's 25,000. You see how much is that? 45,000.
45,000.
Yes, in 1 week they're buying cars, big houses. They building
from inside prison.
I'm talking about mansions. They are building mansions. I was in their area. I was sitting like I was their general. I never involved myself with that. First thing, I'll never sell a child meat drugs. Never. You see, there was once like when I arrived in P3. You see, when I arrived in P3,
yeah.
P3 was chaos. You see, everyone, you see, because they came from Point Road. So now
they were in Point Road.
Yeah, in Point Road in Durban.
Yeah.
So now most of the people who are arrested, it's parasmos. It's smokers now. So all those rooms are full of paras. It's paras. They are smelling.
For the interest of people, what is a para? What do you say is a para?
I'm saying the addicts most.
Addicts, okay.
Yes, the addicts most.
Okay.
Yeah, the people who smoke most that won't.
You call
they are called paras. Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, in Joburg they call it Nyaupe, but they call it Wonga. Yeah.
Okay.
So now what happened when I came? Inside the room there were only blankets full of lice. They were full of lice, prison lice. Like you could actually see them crawling all over them when they're standing. You see, because they don't part. A person who uses Wonga don't part. Him and water is enemies. You see, if you want to torture a para, you must throw water on him. You see, if you want to, like I had Mosian in the thing, in town.
Yeah.
Those Indian shops. They say the Indians, they install pipes there on top of their shops. When the para comes there, they just open those pipes, they run. Because they always come to steal. Yeah. I'm saying, yeah. You must see them when they wash, when they bath. They'll take a small plastic, and put water.
In
the plastic, and then he'll make a hole. He'll stand like this here. He'll do this here when he's partying. It's only part he'll get. He's doing this here, the water. You don't want it even to touch his hand. Just watching here. That's it. He finished partying. They can, he can stay for the rest of his life. Maybe having partied maybe for 5, 6, 7, 10 years. You see. Now imagine now sitting around such people now. And these people now are in the hierarchy of a number. It's people that you must sit around. You see. Now it's chaos. They steal everything. They are chaos. You see when they come inside, they strip the copper inside the prison. Prisons don't have lights. Right. They don't have. They strip everything.
So who are they selling this?
No, they strip it when they come out. He's coming out with his copper. You know when he's going to put it in his skull outside. Then he's going to go and buy himself. They strip. I'm telling you, everything they sell. They strip. You see now, I came to another Westville now. You see.
Yeah.
And that time I left, I was down there in the hierarchy of the NAM. Now when I came, I'm a general. Now those people, there's nothing you can tell them. They don't listen to nothing. So now you see when I was arrested, I had friends almost like the guys that the one I told you about, Usbu. Yeah. The one that I asked a seat from inside the car. Yeah. So they were pushing Wonga outside. So I asked him to give me Wonga. So he gave me Wonga. Some other friends of mine also from outside, they gave me Wonga. I never sold the Wonga. I put the sheets inside I bought sheets. I took all those blankets out. I put sheets in all the beds, you see. I made the room look very nice, you see. And then I used to give them Wonga every morning because they are a problem. Not that I was buying them, but I wanted a peace of mind.
Okay.
Because you see, there was no place I could go to. I must stay. So, because now only when you got Wonga, they will respect you. They are like that. If you like, I did that. I put 200. I put another 150, and then after that it was finished. They turned against me same time. They called me a blackboard. Yeah, when it was finished. They called me a blackboard. They said they want. They said
they call you a blackboard.
Yeah, I blackboard. So now it's a term that they use. Because now I don't come from KZN, so I come from another province as a general. So they call me a blackboard. A blackboard, like it's a form of now discrediting you. They discredit you. They say, "Hi, you're coming with a number from other province. We don't know you're a blackboard." So they can't listen to me when I did.
You don't give them Wonga.
Yeah, so yeah, because I must give them Wonga. So for me to be a general to them, if I don't have Wonga, then I'm a blackboard. You see. So now what's happened now? When it's got finished, they told me, "Hey, you're a blackboard. We don't want you to control us anymore." Okay, I said, thank you, no problem. So what's happened in the room? Every time, like when people come from the visit, people would bring cigarettes and what's what. When I first came, they would bring cigarettes. Maybe it's bringing a cartoon. 12.
Cartoon, yeah.
Yeah, the 200.
200, yeah, cartoon.
Yes, a cartoon. You will bring a cartoon and then a PB, maybe 100 gram. When he comes here, the person now is not a number. When he comes, you must come and give like I said, it's social. Not when he comes, he's going to give it to one, but it's for everyone in the room. Yeah. Everyone will smoke from this cigarette. But what will happen when it comes in, they will take it, call their upstairs there. We want folk things of Wonga, caps.
Yeah.
They put, yeah. The way they were so stupid, they will take it up, all of it. And then after that, they're standing there, they're asking for